Roger Watson, and this session, which is specifically designed for the online Master's module in Quantitative Methods, is about using SPSS to do factor analysis. In this exercise, you will carry out an analysis of a questionnaire, a fictitious one, called the Nursing or Medicine Questionnaire. You will find out using principal components analysis, which is a form of exploratory factor analysis, how many dimensions there are in the NOM. The screenshots will guide you step by step through the process. First, find the file SPSS Teaching Factor Analysis with Crossloads.sav and open it. You will see the following screen. If not, click on Data View at the foot of the screen. In this view, you see the participants down the left and the items or the questions along the top. Next, click on Variable View. And in this view, you see the questions down the left. There are 15 questions altogether, and you can also read what the labels are if you click on the labels. You don't need to know anything else about the other columns for the time being. First of all, click on Analyze, scroll down to Dimension Reduction and go across to Factor and click on that. And that will open up a box that looks like this. Highlight all of the items and using the button with the arrow on it between the variables and highlight all of the items, and then using the box with the arrow on, move all of those items into the variables box. And you'll get a view like this. Next, click on Descriptives. When you click on Descriptives, you'll get a box like this. Tick the initial solution and then tick the KMO and Bartlett's test of sphericity and click on Continue. Next, click on the extraction box. Use the defaults there, the correlation matrix, the principal components method, and based on eigenvalues greater than 1. Leave the iterations for convergence at 25 and press Continue. Then when you press OK, you will get an output like this. It'll give you the KMO and Bartlett's test, which are both acceptable. The KMO is over 0.9 and the Bartlett's test of sphericity is less than 0.01 significant. Then using the scroll bar at the right, scroll down and have a look at the communalities. The communalities are okay, none of them are exceedingly small, so you can proceed. Scroll down further. The next scroll down shows you the total variance is explained, and you can see very clearly that there are 2 eigenvalues greater than 1. That suggests that there are 2 factors here. Scroll down further. And you see the scree plot And again, that suggests that there are probably two factors here. Scroll down further and you can have a look at the component matrix, and I think you'll agree it's difficult to tell anything from the components matrix, but have a look at the first principal component under the number 1. Again, all those numbers are quite high, and that shows you that there are no items that need to be discarded here. There is a general factor here, in fact. Then go back to Analyze and Data Reduction and Factor, and you'll bring up the Factor Analysis box. And there you should click on Rotation, and this will open up the possibilities for Factor Analysis Rotation. Tick Varimax and the rotated solution, and then Continue. Then click on the Options box, and the default for missing values is to exclude cases listwise. Leave that, and then click Sorted by Size and Continue, and also press OK after that. So when you click on OK, you see the rotated component matrix, which clarifies things a little bit. There are high loading items in component 1 and higher loading items under component 2. However, you'll also notice that there are some cross-loading items. So what we should do is remove these. Go back into the factor analysis view and highlight those items and move them across back into the list of variables from that variables box. Do that for both the cross-loading items and press OK again. And this time there are no cross-loading items, and we get a clearer idea of which items belong to component 1 and which ones belong to component 2. The next job is up to you to try and interpret that factor analysis and decide what the factors mean. Thanks very much. That's my email for any questions or comments, and my ORCID number, which is a unique identifier for my research publications, grants and career, which is on the internet, and you can follow me on Twitter. Once again, thanks very much for listening.